I had a comment asking about the locking mechanism on the GUARDfather on YouTube the other day. And I know I've taken this thing apart and shown it on camera before, but apparently it wasn't an actual Teardown Tuesday video. And I figured I may as well do an official one that should be somewhat easier to find. The way these lock out in the open position, focus, is you've got this little tab. You can see it's got a little bit of a hook to it, so it catches on the front edge of this tube unless you depress it and then slide it partially in, and that allows you to retract the blade most of the way, and then you have to compress it against the spring about a ½ an inch on a hard surface to get it latched. So, take it apart real quick, show you what's actually going on. There's not actually a whole lot to take apart. The sear mechanism is pressed into a dovetail in the body, very similar to the way you'd find a sight pressed into a firearm. And then you've got a rocker mounted to that goes through a slot in the tube there to engage with there's a ring on the base of the spike. I'll show you in a second. But that doesn't come out. That's a roll pin pressed in there. I'd have to press that out. You got a little return spring there. Nothing too exciting. You've got this bottom plug that unscrews, that has the kick spring, very, very stiff little spring, kind of pressed into it. It does not come out. So yeah, that unscrews. Then you depress the latch on the spike, and I seem to remember I don't want it lined up with the cutout there because that made it more difficult. Get it past the sear, and there we are. All right, so now you can see the bottom end of our lock there. The spike comes all the way out. There is a spring holding that in. If I was not, or pushing that out, if I was not holding it in, it would have jumped out across as soon as I pulled it out. Now, I'll take that out. Oh, yep. Focus. That little guy right there. Set you down. You can see that is the hole in the bottom of the lock where that little spring goes, and this just floats, focus, just floats in that little pocket with the spring pressure holding it out far enough to lock in the open position. Focus. Really, really slick and simple. And then this is the ring at the base of the blade that the sear engages with to keep it locked in the closed position. So there you go. Now you know how this thing actually functions. It's very fiddly getting it back together if I remember right, so I'll do that off camera. But yeah, very, very cool. I hope you guys enjoyed this peek inside a GUARDfather auto spike, and I will catch you all tomorrow. Hope everyone has a good evening.